hoping to find another vulva enthusiast. And we've had so much fun putting this together, and I think it's been such a hard time for everyone recently. So it's been so lovely, hasn't it, to get together and just do something really fun and silly. So thank you so much. And
hello everyone that doesn't know me, I'm Ella May and I'm the founder of Vulva Womb. Vulva Womb is a community organisation that aims to raise awareness and celebrate women's bodies, but also normalise the conversations around vaginas, vulvas, fertility, rare conditions. I was actually born without a womb.
I stumbled across it because a couple of years ago I was really suffering with my mental health. So I was suffering with anxiety and depression, and I'd always been a really creative person, but I wasn't really doing anything like that anymore. And a friend of mine bought me this origami kit. So she bought me this butterfly origami kit to try and get do. I have this little jar, I don't know if you can see, I call this my jar of clips. And these are kind of these little balls that you can stick on top of a little clitoris, or you can That's okay.
Yeah, yours is called Whispers.
As it sits on your hand like this and stands up, or on the table. So you should have your 3 little prongs at the back, and it should sit on your hand like this.
Do you mean like a secret garden? You're a doctor. Fill me with confidence and just call it what it is. Vagina. My womb. Not something attached to the ground womb. Why do you have trouble saying the word vagina and looking me in the eye? Have you ever been exposed to one? Let's hope if you were, you weren't this shy. There you go. That's just a little one. After me being at the doctor's and him saying everything but vagina. Okay, and this one's called a grow. I've had to come and have a lie down after trying to epilate my clits. The pain was so excruciating, I started to feel a bit sick. I don't want to shave, it gives me a rash, and Veet smells like corned beef hash. I cried on the table once getting a bikini wax and never went back. So I thought the next best option was to try this contraption on all my different cracks. It's mental the lengths I go to keep myself smooth. Nothing smooth about those underarms, my mum said. How rude. When did it become so ghastly to be covered in a bit of fur? Surely I'd be more comfy to lie on. I'm sick of being a muff saboteur. Why are we so conditioned to trim our hairy bits? Maybe I should be more French, less Brit. My friend Soraya epilates and reckons she must be really brave. She said she'd much rather that to bum sex. Fair dues on that one, sister, but my mind's not yet made. For now I lie in the garden with my now patchy pits and ponder on the issue some more. But one thing's defo for sure, me and the epilator, we've called it quits.
Hey! Hello. So, my body isn't quite complete. A structure, part done. An unfinished artifact. Not quite intact. Parts that lack. A garden path leading to a house with extra doors double locked, chain on. A missing chimney, no fires, curtains closed. 2 light bulbs with missing wires but letting off sparks into the dark rooms, creating internal fireworks, but no entry, no escape. But I appeared to be the right shape. And if I knocked down some walls with a huge drill, I could have visitors in my hallway, but I could never invite my children in. What kind of a mum would I be if they cannot grow with me? This house was not a house I'd heard of before. My body is no longer my home. I'm still unsure why it's got an extra door. I've never stood in a house with this type of floor. My body. My body wasn't part of the curriculum. It only features the bodies of some, and it teaches me that my body will make me a mum. That my body would bleed. My body will menstruate. And when I have unprotected sex, my body will be impregnated. I was 15, and every time I checked my knickers, they were still clean. I tried to have sex, and then I bled, and I bled, and I bled. But it was not.
So it's a series of words, and they all start with, it spells out vagina at the beginning of each.
I first saw you as a flower, somehow vulnerable and full of power. Plush velvet, pleasure and pain, gushing outlet, pride and shame.
Actually, no, I'll do that afterwards. So it's called the Vulva Womb Word Shop. So the first part of the word shop is you're going to go shopping in your mind for words. The poetry you're going to write, you don't necessarily have to write a whole big piece like I've just said. As many words as you can that you can think of that associate with the words vulva or vagina or like reproductive system. And it could be memories, it could be feelings, it could be the house. They do like little arrows to the house. You might be like the door with like the opening or the clitoris. The chimney could be periods, for example. Fireplace could be lining of your uterus shedding or something like that. That's just some sort of random
And sex should be about desire. Pleasure to sex is as heat is to fire. But so often when I think about my vulva, I end up stressed and my feelings are a palaver. When I start to focus, there's a lot of worry and fear. The house is mine, but my intentions aren't clear. All bodies are beautiful, however they look, whether they're big or small, innocent or virginity took. Loose or tight, dry or wet, what's important is they're fun to pet. So I'll make an effort to self-empower. And then I need a last line that I haven't got yet.
And touch it every hour. There once was a red squishy house that used to be as dormant as a mouse. Then it got all hairy, which I thought was scary, and with shaving foam did it get doused.
Wonderful in a cold old house, the door is unopened, chained and locked, getting no spouse, inside is a window, blood is stalked, and that's as far as I got.
Oh! There once was a vagina that was wet. So gracious, how can I forget? I just want to enter that Gary Warm Centre more than winning 10 grand on a bet.
I first saw you as a flower, somehow vulnerable and full of power. Plush velvet, pleasure and pain, gushing outlet, pride and shame.
I'll give it a go.
There once was a woman from Slough who was told her vulva looked like a snowplow. She started off sad, but fuck it, be glad, because who cares what others think now?
Okay. There was a young woman from Brighton whose vagina refused to tighten. She tried needle and thread, and a tear she shed as she realised it had widened and heightened.
Vivacious, amazing and great. Inside of me, it's nerve endings galore. Astonishing to have a vagina.
Flip, flap, flop goes the labia. Drip, drap, drop goes the period. And the discharge. And the lube. Vaginas are kind of messy, but we love them. The end.
With lube if I wanted to have sex with anyone else. Tears were shed, but I could not live a life of dread. Womanhood is strength and courage and love, and not the ability to reproduce. I had a deep-rooted desire and fire in my belly to forgive my body for its entirety. All its pieces in different sections, a collage, a montage, its kinks and creases and connections. I wanted to hold my body and live in my home again and say sorry for the cruelty. Thank you, body, for what you've done for me, for my health, my heart, my legs, my arms. My fireplace was lit, my chimney was smoking, my curtains were open and the lights were on. My children may not grow under my heart, but we will never be far apart. And with this newfound self-love that took over me, I could finally be the woman I was supposed to be, and to be the girl I needed when I was 16. Thank you.